I am interested in gamification. I think that gamification is incredibly valuable as far as increasing classroom involvement and reaching out to different learning strategies. For this research proposal, I would like to look specifically at Kahoot, which is game-based learning. I plan to research the effectiveness of Kahoot in the classroom as an intervention for learning, specifically testing, instead of an engagement strategy. Kahoot is a great classroom engagement strategy, but I want to know if it raises test scores. I am predicting that it does not raise test scores and that the information given other ways is just as effective as far as testing is concerned. The location this will take place at is Cypress High School in Magna, Utah. I will be using 10th grade honors students. Half of the students will use Kahoot for a test review, and the other half will not. Both groups will have a paper review sheet to answer that has the same questions as the Kahoot quiz. In this way, both groups will have a different method to review for the test. The study will be divided by 2 classes using Kahoot and 2 not using it. For the data collection, there will be a pre-test on Canvas with the exact same information as the post-test, which will also be given as a Canvas quiz. The paper review sheet that both the control and study groups will receive will have the information for the pre- and post-test on it. The test groups will all be in the same 2 class periods, and the control groups will all be in the same 2 classes. In this way, they will remain separate. Participants will not be compensated. There will be about 150 students total, about 75 students in the control group and 75 students in the test group. The pre- and post-test will be given on Canvas to all students as a quiz. The control group will be individual classes, and they will be kept separate from the test groups in that way. The students will be tested on their knowledge of Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew, which each class has read, watched, and done the same assignments for since the beginning of the term. These are the variables of the study. The independent variables are the students, the pre-test, and the post-test. The dependent variable is the Kahoot review. The teacher will administer the pre- and post-tests in the classroom for the procedure. The pre-test will be given before the paper review sheet and the Kahoot review. The pre-test will also be administered a class period before the paper review and the Kahoot review and the post-test. The review sheets will be handed out first and read over by the students. Then the test groups will play the Kahoot quiz before taking the post-test. The control groups will not play the Kahoot quiz. After the review, they will take the post-test. The intervention or program being looked at is Kahoot, which is game-based learning. Teachers at Cypress High School have been encouraged to use this game-based learning in their classrooms for engagement, and it has been shown to increase classroom engagement. The students play Kahoots in many different subjects. Throughout the school day, which is made up of 4 classes, most students will have played at least one Kahoot. Students can pick a nickname to play the game. They get points for answering questions correctly and quickly. If 2 students answer a question correctly, the student in the lead will be the one who answered it faster than the other. A question is asked, and a certain amount of time is given for students to answer the question. The questions can be answered on a smartphone or any other electronic device connected to the internet. After the time runs out, the correct answer is displayed along with a graph of how many people picked each option. The top 5 scores are displayed after each question on the screen, but each student knows their ranking and who is ahead and behind them on points. I will use inferential statistics to interpret the results. My expected results are again that the Kahoot review will not significantly raise test scores. The threats to validity could be researcher bias because I have a hypothesis that the Kahoot quiz will not work and I'm administering the test and the study. The other issue that could be present is that the sample size is limited. It is a convenient sample size. If the hypothesis proves true or false, it is only specific to that group of students being tested. To summarize, my goal is to see if Kahoot works to raise test scores, and I do not expect that it will.